Hey, hi all, good morning. So, welcome to this SQL training course. This is a weekday batch. Quick introduction about myself. I am Mohammed Tanveer Khan. I have around 15 years of experience in the IT industry, working as a data analyst, data engineer, SQL developer, business analyst, and tester as well. So, in this course, this will be Monday to Friday. Let me write it down here. This is a weekday batch. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's a weekday batch. It will be Monday to Friday. Timing will be morning 7 to 9 a.m. IST. And the course duration will be approx 1 month. This is a live and interactive session. If I'm telling interactive, it means you have full freedom to ask question at any point of time. I will never tell you, okay, wait till the end of the session and then ask question. You can ask question at any point of time. Then recording will be shared after each and every class. It takes around 30 minutes to 1 hour to update the recording. Recording will be provided on Google Drive. So for that, those who have already registered for the course, we have asked your Gmail ID, if you remember. For those who have not registered yet, so when you will register for the course, you have to give your correct Gmail ID because Gmail ID can't be changed at a later point of time. And on this Gmail ID, we will give you recording access. Recording validity will be 2 years from now. Like once the course is completed, from then 2 years will be having the recording validity. Okay. So after each and every class, assignment will be shared. You have to work on the assignment. Approx 250 assignment questions, approx, will be shared. And if you're getting stuck in any question, you should ask during the class. Even once the course is completed, you have full freedom to ask question at any point of time. It means suppose the course is completed after 1 month and you're working on assignment and if you're getting stuck, even then you can post your question in the group or you can ask directly on my personal window. We'll be there to help you. Or if you're working in project and if you're getting stuck in some SQL query, so that also you can ask. But in that case, please take a clear screenshot of the query where you're getting stuck. Okay. That helps us to understand the question actually. During the class, you don't have to make a note of anything. Everything will be shared, like classroom notes, recording, the Excel workbook, everything will be shared. This is the class format. Now, in this course, I'll be covering a lot of misconceptions in SQL. Few misconceptions I learned while working in project. Few misconceptions I learned while taking interview, like when I take interview and when the candidate they give answer to a particular question. From that also I learned, many people think that, okay, this is a misconception. That will also be covered. And then a set of interview questions will be shared with you. Okay. So this is about the course. Let me show you like this is the workbook I'm showing you from previous class. See, this is of the S36 batch. So you could see here date wise whatever we have covered, like 2nd July, I covered lead function. In SQL, we have a window function. There we have this lead keyword. So we will be explaining you on this Excel sheet that how each and every keyword is getting executed by the SQL engine. And that is the, what I can say, like the most important thing or the core concept, the core area of this course. We will not be only executing that query and showing you the output, but how that query is getting executed, that will be explained to you. Similarly, for your batch, will be having this Excel workbook. This workbook will be shared after each and every class. Okay. Now, do you have any question before I proceed further? No questions? Okay. Right then. May I know quickly, what is your expectation from this course? Why you want to join this course? Why you want to learn SQL? Yeah, I think I have shown you the syllabus as well. Let me repeat it. So this is the syllabus. Course will start from scratch. I'm assuming you don't know anything about SQL, you don't know anything about programming language. That is why the course will start from scratch, like how to create a table, how to insert data, how to apply filter with having and where, how to sort data with the help of order by, what is the difference between zero, blank, and null. This is a very important question from interview perspective as well. Then how to remove duplicate with the help of distinct, how we can use case in order by, how we can use case in update, how we can use case in select, how we can use case in aggregate functions. Then difference between delete, drop, and truncate, CT, common table expression, and then how to write complex queries with the help of CT. Then recursive CT, this we will cover in advance SQL. Okay. Then this basic mathematical operators, an aggregate function. So all these things will be covered. All these things will be covered or explained with the help of hands-on, no theory. I don't have PPT. I will run through the PPT and give you a critical explanation. If I will pick any topic, it will be covered from that hands-on perspective and the real-time project perspective on which I have worked. The different type of constraints, then the different clauses like where, group by, order by, then subqueries like independent query, correlated query, different type of joins. So here we will spend minimum 5 to 6 hours in joins only. But this is like the heart of SQL, the very important topic. Then another important topic is your window function. And here in SQL, these are the miscellaneous topics. Now, these are the set of conceptual questions. Approx, I think we have 36 conceptual questions. And generally, in interview, they ask questions from this as well. So all these things will be covered in this course. So what are your expectations? Why you want to join this course? Anyone?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Previously, I had learned SQL, but it was like 1.5 years of back. What problem I faced is like in the interview, so I was too able to answer some of the questions, but most of the things were asked on the real time based questions. So I didn't get a chance to work on the projects on
Yeah.
SQLs or anything. I didn't know where I used SQL much. I just that the knowledge was there, but I didn't use. So this time
Mm,
when now I'm currently working as data analyst, but I'm only using Power BI. Again, there is no SQL being used. But future,
yeah.
after gaining the experience on Power BI or anything, I just have to know these languages as well, especially when I go through the job portals
Mm,
when they ask for ETL and SQL is main thing, and one more they ask is on the snowflakes part of things. So that's the reason let me start it from again. It will be like a revision, but I didn't get hands-on working on real base now how you mentioned. So I'm expecting there would be a lot of covered in here on the real base scenarios and all those things. So that will
mm,
definitely help me shaping my data analyst journey for next few more years. So I'm looking forward to learn much as much as possible, give my best. So yeah, that's from my end.
mhm, yeah, no. So earlier you have taken SQL course from me, Nancy.
No, no. I
Okay.
have
Mhm.
taken from Simply Learn.
Okay, okay, fine. So actually, many participants they want to repeat my course. Those have already taken, so that's why I asked you. So I totally agree what you told, Nancy. And
Yeah.
this is for everyone. I'm telling SQL and Python. Okay, these days in IT industry, they are like a bread and butter. You cannot survive in the IT industry without SQL and Python. Those who are working in the IT industry in any data related job profile, such as data engineer, data analyst, or ETL tester, I think you will agree what I told. So I will strongly recommend everyone to be very strong in SQL and Python both. Now you might be thinking, "Hey, Tanvir, in my current project, we are not using SQL. We are working only on Power BI." It happens. I know that. But are you going to continue in the same company throughout your life? The answer
No.
is no, right? We all plan to switch. We stay in a particular company for 3, 4, 5 years, and then everyone wants to switch, right? And that is the benefit of IT industry. And you should switch because that enriches your salary package and many other things are there. You get new exposure to work on new project. So
Yeah.
when you will switch, yeah, Nancy, you're telling something?
No, that's right. Switching, but the thing is, they ask the experiences, right? So that is also a
Hmm.
drawback. So once we get experience only, we'll be able to explore and go across. But we, when in our current jobs, we are not having that hands-on experience. So at least I'm trying to get something that will benefit.
Yeah, so that is what I was trying to explain. Okay, never rely on your project. Okay, I'm working in a project. I'm a critical resource. I know in and out of my project. But the question is, when you're planning to switch, the interviewers they will ask question. They can ask question from anywhere, and then you cannot make excuse. "Yeah, I have not worked on this. This was not needed in my project," right? So this is why I always think from the interview perspective. Are you ready for it? And interviewers they have full freedom. They can ask question from anywhere. So that is why I'm telling in general, you have to be strong, everyone, in SQL and Python both, because these two combinations are like a core either for data analyst or data engineer. Okay. So fine, thanks, Nancy. Anyone else like why you want to join this course, why you want to learn SQL?
Hi, Tanvir, Sham here actually.
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah, if you remember, I have joined your class around 3 years
Yeah,
back. So, I found it very useful. Like your teaching style made us every step easy to grasp actually. So,
yeah.
over the time, I felt the need to refresh my knowledge in SQL. So, I know this class would be the best way to do it. So I've also recommend, like I've also recommended on a few of my friends, and they have already joined and gained a lot from this class actually.
Mm.
So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that is why which just enforced my decision to come back, since I already know the quality of your teaching. I want to refresh my things on SQL, so that's the reason I'm just joining in. And also,
Oh,
it's
sure.
been long time I have used SQL, so I was working on SAS right
Hmm.
now. So I just want to add
Okay.
up SQL as my
Hmm.
another tool for my course. Yeah, that's the reason I'm joining.
Okay. Thanks a lot,
Looking
Shyam.
forward to this. Yeah,
Sure, sure. Thanks a lot. And like the one which you attended almost 3 years back. So a lot of things has changed because like everything gets updated with the time. Okay, so you will find it better. And thanks a lot for trusting my way of teaching. You referred your near and dear ones. Thanks a lot for it. Uh,
sure. Looking forward, Tanvir, for the class. Yeah.
yeah, sure, sure. Anyone else or any other concern you have, anyone or any question you have before we start? Feel free, make the session interactive. Any other question or any other expectation, any doubt? Fine then. Meanwhile, if you have any question, you can
Yeah, I
ask at any
think
point in time. Yeah, Prithvi.
uh, yeah, I have doubt like are you going to explain about the stored procedures as well?
No, that is a part of PLSQL that we don't cover in this SQL class.
Oh, okay.
That is covered
Yeah.
in PLSQL batch. Okay, so earlier I used to take PL/SQL classes, but because of time constraint, I have not started any new PL/SQL batch, and there's no plan down the line. But my recommendation is, first of all, complete SQL. We have the recorded session of the PL/SQL batch, which I have taken. If you are interested, then you can buy from us. Okay, but
Oh,
the answer is no. We don't cover stored procedures here because that is separate. And for many job profiles, stored procedures, triggers, cursors, functions are not asked in interview. That is why we have separated. Okay, this is
okay.
purely based on SQL and
Yeah, okay then. Thank you.
recall. So for this job profile, SQL is a prerequisite. What are the job profiles I have mentioned here? They will ask SQL, but I'm not telling the only SQL. Like for data analysts, if you're preparing, you should know SQL, you should know Python, Power BI, and advanced Excel. Okay, I know like few of you have enrolled for data analyst batch. So first we will cover SQL. Once it is completed, then we will add you in the Python batch, then Power BI, and then advanced Excel. Similarly, for data engineering, you should know SQL, you should know Python, you should know any cloud platform like AWS, Azure, GCP. You should know PySpark. These are the basics. And you should know about MapReduce as well. If you're planning for business analyst, you should know SQL, Power BI, Advanced Excel. Okay. So similarly for all these job profiles, SQL is mandatory. Okay. Fine then. Let me start now. If you have any question at any point of time, please feel free and ask. Never hesitate in asking questions. Okay. Oh, fine then.
I have one
This is the
question.
demo. Ah, yes, please.
Are we using Workbench, SQL
Ah,
Workbench?
okay. Let me answer that. Good question. So we have different databases. Okay. Like we have Oracle, SQL Developer, then we have Micro SQL Server. It is also known as SSMS and the Workbench, what you are telling. Then we have MySQL, Postgres, Netezza, Data, Snowflake. These are some of the common databases on which we can write SQL query. Okay. You might be thinking, what are these? See, like we have many car manufacturing companies, no? We have
Mm.
Tata, Toyota, Hyundai, Honda, BMW, Audi. We have many car manufacturing companies, right? But the internal working of any car, that is the engine, how engine works, is same, correct? More or less same. The different brand or the different model, the appearance of the dashboard changes, but overall the working is same, correct? Okay, Nitin is asking how difficult is the non-IT background to become a data analyst in big IT company? So, Nitin, based on my experience of the last 5 years, many of my students, those who are from the non-IT background, non-technical background, they have entered into the data analyst. The reason is data analyst job profile is not all about coding. Data engineering is a purely coding area. So that is why for non-technical folks, I strongly recommend you go for data analyst. And this will not be difficult, but you should have a strong commitment for it. When I'm telling commitment, you should attend the class regularly. In case if you're missing a class, you should go through the recording. You should work on the assignments. It is very important. I'm telling this for everyone. Just attending the classes will not help. You have to work on the assignments. Okay. So if you're doing it regularly, easily within 1 week, Nitin or anyone, you will get that confidence. Yeah, I can understand it. And more than 50% question in interview is asked based on SQL. We do one thing after the class, log into Naukri portal, naukri.com. You all know that. In the search box, just type SQL and see the list of job profiles what you're getting. So those who are from the non-technical or non-IT background, forget about it. Yeah, I'm from the non-IT background. Just I need a strong commitment and dedication from you. And within 1 or 2 weeks, you then connect with me. You'll get a good confidence. This is what I can tell you. Okay. And I will make sure each and every concept, each and every one of you should be able to understand. My philosophy is if my student is not able to understand anything, I'm responsible for it. Maybe I'm not able to make you understand. Maybe I'm not able to explain that in the simplest way possible. So I'll be held accountable for it. That is why I told I just need two things from you commitment and dedication. And then forget CAM from the non technical. Okay. So these are the different databases. This is exactly like we have different car manufacturing companies. Okay. Suppose if I know how to write a Hyundai i20, then don't you think I can write any other Toyota car or Tata car or Maruti car? Yes, right. So if you know how to write a SQL query, you can write that query on any of these databases. It is not like the SQL query which you will write on Oracle SQL Developer will be different. Microsoft SQL Server will be different. These are the different vendors. Oracle, they have their own database. Microsoft, they have their own database. Postgres, Netezza, Teradata, Snowflake. So you have to focus on learning SQL. If you have learned SQL, you can write the queries on any of these platforms. During this course, mostly I'll be preferring Oracle, then Microsoft SQL Server, and occasionally Snowflake. But don't get confused. Okay, Tanvir, in my project, I'm working on Postgres. So will this be helpful for me? Yes, of course. Because I'll be teaching you the very generic SQL, which you can write on any platform. Okay. Hope I answered your question, Nancy. I think Nancy had asked.
Yes,
With that.
yes, it
Okay.
very much clear. Yeah. Thank you on that.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, 1 minute. Where's the Excel sheet? Okay, and this Excel sheet, everything will be shared. So during the class, just listen to my lecture. No need to make a note of anything. Okay. So SQL stands for a structured query language. Why it is known as structured query language? Because we have generally three type of data: structured data, unstructured data, and semi-structured data. Your video, audio, text, image, link, recordings, these all are considered as unstructured or semi-structured data. To handle, to store this type of data, we use the concept of that big data. That will not cover in this course. That is a separate big data course that we cover in Azure or AWS courses. Structured data means the data which can be stored in a table, and the SQL language can work only on the structured data. That is why the name is a structured query language. It is in the IT industry for the last approx 40 to 45 years, and still it is one of the important language. Now, suppose uh, I have restaurant. Okay, my voice is audible to everyone and my screen is visible. Can anyone please confirm? Or if you're not speaking, you can
Yes,
give
Tanvi.
a thumbs up or you can write as well. That is also fine. Okay, fine. I can understand like few of you might be traveling to your office or few of you might be attending your meeting. So in those cases, if you can't speak, at least give me some thumbs up so that I can understand you are listening to me, you are interested. So suppose I have a restaurant chain in India and abroad. Let's say I have 10 restaurants in India and 10 abroad. So as an owner, for sure, I'll be interested in understanding that how the business transactions are going on, right? In order to understand how my business is performing. I need to understand the revenue, profit, sales, taxes, what I have paid, salary which I have paid to my employees, and if I am suffering any loss. So, as a business owner, I need to understand this metrics so that I can understand how my business is performing and so that I can make some business strategies to have a better revenue. Correct? And this is not only for my business. You take example of any business owner, they want to understand how the business is performing. Maybe you can take the example of any e-commerce platform, let's say Amazon, Flipkart, or whatever it may be. A lot of transactions are happening on Amazon database on a daily basis, right? You all will agree with me, right? Similarly, on Flipkart, millions of transactions are happening on a daily basis. So the owners, the stakeholders, they want to understand how the business is performing, right? So for that, they have to store their business transactional data. So to store the data, the SQL language helps us. Now, the millions of transactions, what is happening on any platform, you cannot store on an Excel sheet because Excel sheet has a limitation. You cannot store more than 1 million records in an Excel sheet, right? That is why we need a database. Like suppose I want to give a birthday party, and suppose let's say I have 10 to 15 guests. So maybe I can organize that party in my flat, maybe, right? But suppose I have some marriage function. In that case, it is not possible for me to organize it in my flat, correct? For that, I need a more wider space. And for that, we go for marriage hall or banquet and all those things, right? So it's exactly same when you have millions of transactions, 100 million record, 500 million record. In one of my project, we were working and we have 3,000 million transactions. And you all know okay, we are living in the era of data, right? your social media platform is generating huge volume of data like YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, your e-commerce platform like Flipkart, Amazon. You all know how much data they are generating. Then you're getting a lot of data from sensors, CCTV cameras. So this all data we have to analyze. And that is why we need a database to store this data. And to store these data, the SQL language will help us. That is the reason for any data related job profile, whatever I have mentioned here, SQL is a must to have prerequisite. So that's the one thing I told with the help of SQL language, you can store data. Once the data has been stored, like suppose I have total 20 restaurants. The business transactional data of the 20 restaurant has been stored in a database. Next, I need information. What was the total transaction yesterday, right? What was the total transaction in the month of June 2025? What was the total transaction or the revenue May 2025? Now compare May and June, whether the total revenue has increased or decreased. Okay. So any business owner, they need this information to understand how the business is performing. Any business owner, they want this data, this information. It's not like no, okay, someone will start the company or business and they'll be just happy, okay, I am getting money on a daily basis, so that's all. No, they want to understand how the business is performing, whether he is Ambani, Adani, or Tata's, anyone, right? And because of this, they need data analysts because the data analysts are the one who can give business insights to the stakeholders. Yeah, how the business is performing, where the revenue is more, where the revenue is increasing, where the revenue is decreasing, from which location we're getting the maximum revenue, in which financial quarter the revenue was least. So when you will, as a data analyst, share this information to the business owners, so that really helps them to make some good business strategies. Like the business owners, the stakeholders, they keep on changing the business strategy. Why? Because the data, the information, what they're getting about the business, based on that, they do the modifications. So I think by now you understood why the data is very important for any business. I hope it is clear so far, right? And because of this, the demand for data analyst is growing like anything. Data analyst and data engineer both. Okay. So any question before I proceed further? Is this clear? Whatever I covered so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now I will take an example of Amazon database because I'm sure each one of us has purchased something on Amazon so far, and I'm damn sure. So let's try to understand how Amazon they store data. Whenever anyone is creating a new account on Amazon, so Amazon will assign a customer ID, right? Like how we have an employee ID, a student ID, a roll number. So similarly, in any each and every business, so they have a customer ID. In short form, I have written cust ID, but it is a customer ID. Suppose customer ID is one, and then they will be having customer name. Suppose customer name is Priyanka. Then they will ask gender. Whenever you create a new account on Amazon or Flipkart or any other platform, they will ask this basic information, no? Like what is your name, what is your gender, right? And then location or city. So Priyanka, you are from which city? Priyanka, you there? You are
Hyderabad.
from which
Yeah,
city?
yeah, yeah. I'm from
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you tell me recently which product you purchased from Amazon, or you can tell any other product, whatever you want.
I just recently purchased this table mat, actually. That was my last purchase.
Table mat,
Table mat, yeah.
the quantity,
One.
just some random price. I will write 500. Okay.
Yeah.
Randomly, I've written maybe 1,000, 2,000, anything. Just I've written randomly 500. So when you place that order, Priyanka, so then I'm not sure if you have went into the orders section. Do you all know like we have an orders section in Amazon or Flipkart,
Yeah, we know that.
right? If you
Yeah.
click on the orders section, you will get the complete list, whatever you have placed an order, right? And the details like quantity, what was the MRP, how much discount they have given, how you made the payment, it is COD or you made the payment using UPI or card. All the details you can find in the order section, delivery date, everything. So this is like a sample, just data I'm showing you. This is how the data is stored, right? Generally, you'll be having customer ID, customer name, gender, city, product, quantity, price. And then we have many other columns as well, like transaction date, when when Priyanka has placed the order, how she has made the payment, whether she has got any cash back, how much discount they have given, lot many information. Correct? I hope you all agree. So I'm not taking all the information, just some sample data I have taken. Okay. Then let's say we have customer ID 2 and this is Nancy. So Nancy, you're from which city?
I'm from Bangalore.
So any recent product you ordered
Yeah.
from Amazon?
I ordered a badminton racket.
Blanket,
Badminton racket.
badminton. Okay, I will write badminton only. Okay.
Yeah.
Quantity?
One.
One. Let's say write 1,000 rupees, maybe approx. I'm writing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Then three, I will take Shyam. Yes, Shyam. Shyam.
Yeah, Tanvi, Chennai. Actually, I'm from Chennai.
Order.
So I bought a book recently, actually.
Maybe I will write 400. Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Randomly, I'm writing some number. Okay. So I will take one more. Phone we have Nitin. Nitin, you are from which place? City. Nitin, you're on mute. Let's say Nitin is from Delhi and Nitin purchased a mobile which costs rupees 15,000. So this is how the data is stored. So now if you're considering the Amazon database, so you all know this, right? Whatever transaction you are doing, whatever you're purchasing, pressing order, each and every order, they are making a note of it, and that is getting stored in their database. I hope you all agree. Hmm?
Yes.
Okay. It is exactly same. Like if you have seen the movies of 1970s or 1980s, there will be a Munshiji. You all know Munshiji, right? So he'll be having a very big and fat notebook. And in that notebook, he will make an entry of each and every transaction, what is happening. Correct? Even if you'll go any departmental store, so those who are still operating on the uh, legacy fashion, so you will see they'll be having a notebook and there they will make an entry of each and everything. This database is nothing but an advanced form of that Munshiji who used to make a note of each and every business transaction in his notebook. Okay. Or register, right? Exactly same. So a typical data, an Amazon database, I have saved in my Excel sheet. But as you know, Excel has certain limitations. It will fail to store more than a threshold value of data, maybe more than millions records, and sometimes it hangs as well. I'm not sure if recently they increased the capacity, but the last time when I used it was 1 million. And even if I'm storing 1 million, it will not work properly. So because of that, we have to store this in a database. Okay. Now, as I told earlier, in this course, we'll be mostly working on Oracle and Microsoft SQL Server. Now, the question is how to install it, right? Okay. We have a YouTube link. I will share that link. You can easily understand how to install either Oracle or Microsoft SQL Server. The installation process of Oracle SQL Developer is very complicated. Okay. And in case if you miss any step, the installation will fail. And if you will try to uninstall and install again it will fail. And in that case, even we will not be able to help you because this is the inbuilt uh, like uh, like how it has been programmed. It is very tedious, and for any installation, nobody can help you. So my recommendation would be not to go with the Oracle SQL Developer installation, but we have the link. I will share with you if you want to give it a try. But I will recommend as of now, don't try to install it. The reason is if the installation will fail, you all are very new to SQL. You will get frustrated. Oh my God, it is very complicated. So you can install Microsoft SQL Server. This installation process is very simple. I have covered in my YouTube link. I will share with you after the class. Okay. But you have full freedom. You can download and install whatever. I just given you my recommendation to go with Microsoft SQL Server. Now, few of you I know will be having concern if we are working on official laptop. And in official laptop, generally the IT team, they will not allow you to download anything, right? So in that particular case, what I will recommend you guys is this one. Uh, 1 minute. Oracle SQL. Just a minute. Can you see this Google page? Is it visible? Visible? है?
Yes, Tanvi.
So you have to type Oracle Live SQL. You don't have to download anything. It is browser based. No need to download. Okay, it's very simple. Even if you're working on official laptop, you can use it. Just type Oracle Live SQL and don't do it now. Everything is getting recorded. We will share the recording with you. Once you click on Oracle Live SQL, click on this page. Now here, then click on Start Coding. Okay. So you have two versions here, Oracle Database 23 AI, Oracle Database 19C. This is the latest one, but I feel comfortable in the previous version only. But you have full freedom. You can practice on anyone. They both are same. Just the appearance is different. Click on Start Coding. So because I have already logged in, so directly I'm getting this page. But when you will click on Start Coding, it will ask you to create account. Okay. Like this page, you will get create accounts. You all know how to create account. You have to give your email address, to create a new password, retype the password, country, your name, job title. You can write anything. Maybe you can write NA, in all those things. Nobody is going to validate. Okay. Maybe a state, you can give whatever you want, or zip code. Then click on create account. They will send an email on your registered email ID, whatever you will give here. And then you have to click on that email. Then you will get a Oracle account. So now with that, click on sign in, provide your Gmail ID here and the password. Like my Gmail ID is this one. Then I will give my password. This is the password. Click on sign in. Very simple. So I will recommend everyone, okay, for the initial few days. Okay. So I think I have given all these details. So we'll get that page then. Okay. Minute. Three accounts. Would I collect one? Input cloud 1 minute. No, 1 minute. Passwords, sign in. So you will get this page. Okay. So here you can write your SQL queries. Where is that? Return to live SQL classics. That is what I will telling you. The older one. No, this is the older one. I feel more comfortable here. It is very neat and clean. Let's start coding. Here you can write. You see, it is very neat and clean. Whatever queries you have, you can write. I will show you that. Okay, don't worry about it. But this is how you have to log in into your Oracle Live SQL. For the initial 1 week, I will recommend you all don't indulge yourself in downloading anything Oracle or Microsoft SQL Server. Go with this option. Okay. So this is very simple and straightforward. Just type Oracle Live SQL, create your account, and start coding. Even if you're working in your official laptop, it will work. Okay. Any questions so far? I will explain you how to write queries here. Don't worry. I just told you the installation part. Is that clear? Any question? All clear. Now, but in my course today, I will work on this one. This is database from Microsoft. Okay, but the code which I'll be writing, you can practice on any platform. I have told n number of times. You can practice on Microsoft SQL Server. You can practice on Oracle, Postgres, Netezza, Teradata, Snowflake, wherever you want. You have full freedom. Okay. So I'll click on this new query. Then a new page will open. So first of all, whenever you have to store data, we need a table. So what is a table? Table is like a house. Like suppose if you're getting transferred, someone is working in Delhi or transferred to Chennai. So what will be your top priority? To search for a house, right? Similarly, when you want to store data, first of all, you have to create a table. So table is nothing but an object where you can keep your data or you can store data. if I have to explain this in a layman term, in a very basic manner, like when I used to teach SQL to school students who are studying in class 6, 7, this is how I used to tell them. I will tell them, okay, table is like suppose your house. You are staying in your house. Similarly, if you want to stay or keep or store data, we need a table. Okay. First of all, we have to create a table. Now, how to create a table in a database? You have to write create. The moment you will write create, the SQL engine will understand a user wants to create something. Now, in a database, you can create many things. But what I want to create here, a table. So I will write create table. So from this, the SQL engine will understand, oh, Tanvir wants to create a table. Then you have to give the name of the table. The name of the table, you can give any name. You have full freedom. A few naming conventions or rules are there, which I will cover, but sorry, they are very limited. So in general, you can create a table with any name. But in project, your client or the solution architect is a very senior role. Generally, those who have more than 10 years of experience, so they become solution architect. So they will tell you what should be the table name if you're working in project. Okay. As for example, suppose the table name is Amazon. So I will write here create table Amazon. Okay. Here. Now suppose when you want to construct a house, so you have to tell to the architect now in that house how many bedroom you want, right? You have to tell the configuration. So similarly, when you're creating table, you have to tell the configuration of it. Here, the configuration means, okay, one more thing. Here, we have this Amazon table. Now, in this table, you could see this cust ID, customer name, gender, city, product, quantity, price. These are known as columns, also known as attributes, also known as field. Okay. Generally, they are known as columns or fields. So if someone will ask you in this Amazon table, what are columns you have? So you have to tell customer ID, customer name, gender, city, product, quantity, and price. Total, we have 7 columns. But in a table, there is no restriction on the number of columns. You can create a table only with 1 column. That is also allowed. You can create a table with 100 columns. That is also allowed. It is clear? Okay. Now, this is known as row. Row, also known as record. So this is one row. This is another row. This is another row. And this is another row. So in this Amazon table, as of now, we have total 4 rows, or you can tell 4 records. Okay. Again, there is no restriction on the number of rows in a table. You can have any number of rows. Okay. So we were discussing about creating a table. So I've written create table Amazon. It means I'm telling SQL engine, please create a table with the name Amazon. But then I have to provide the configuration as well. Configuration means what are the columns. So you have to give a parenthesis bracket here, and within bracket, you have to mention all the columns. You can treat these columns as the bedroom. Like Amazon is a house, Amazon is a house, and within this house, these are the bedroom. Cust ID is one bedroom, cust name is another bedroom, gender is another bedroom, and this has to be separated by comma. It's mandatory. Okay. So far, any question? All clear? After that, you have to provide the data type. So what is data type? Data type you have in each and every programming language, whether it is C, Java, Unix, Python, everywhere you have the concept of data type. What is data type? Data type means what type of data you want to store in these columns. So you have to inform to the SQL engine while creating table. It's exactly same like when you book a railway ticket. So if you have noticed, while filling the form, they will ask you, you want veg or you want non-veg, right? Correct now. So similarly, you have to inform here you what type of data you want to store in these columns. Like if you check this cust ID, customer ID column, we are storing integers or numbers, right? So whenever in a column you have to store integers or numbers, you have to write int. Sorry, int means integer. It means you are telling to the SQL engine that in this customer ID column, you will be storing only numbers or integers. Hope it is clear. Similarly, customer name, you are storing alphabets or words, right? So whenever you have to store alphabets or words, you have to write varchar 50. Varchar means variable character. I will explain at a later point of time what it means, variable character. But as of now, just understand in a column, if I have to store words, the data type will be varchar 50. This 50 means the total length of characters which can be stored is 50. Like suppose here I have stored Priyanka. So in Priyanka total, how many characters are there? 8 characters, right? So it can store it. But suppose if I'm writing something which has more than 50 characters, then it will fail. So that is why you should give a value which should be able to accommodate all the characters, whatever you have in a name. You want, if you want, you can keep it 100 as well. It's allowed. Okay. If you want, you can keep it 1 as well. It's allowed. But you have to calculate the data what you're going to save. It should be accommodated here. If I will keep it 1, do you think it will work? It will not work, right? Because if you'll take the example of Priyanka, it has 8 characters, and here you're telling okay, this will accept only 1 character, so it will not work. So that is why on a safer side, we keep it 50. Hope this is clear to everyone. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, a quick feedback. Am I going too slow Or is it okay? You want me to increase the pace? Or is it okay? Feel free and tell me.
That's perfect. Yeah, it's perfect.
Fine. Okay. I know those who already know SQL, you might be knowing all those things, but because we have non-technical folks and we have already communicated, we are going to start from scratch. That is why I have to cover all these things. Now, coming to gender column, can you tell me what should be the data type of gender column? Again, it will be varchar, but
Varchar.
uh, but can I write one here? Yes, we can write
Yes.
one because in gender it will be either F or M. So if you're writing one, it is sufficient. Even if you want to write 50, that is also fine. But why you are wasting the space? So keep it one. Okay. Similarly, CT varchar 50 product varchar 50 quantity integer price integer. Then you have to give semicolon at the end. It is mandatory. Then select it. Click on this execute button. You could see this execute button, right? You have to click on it. Now here, I'm getting an error message. The error message says there is already an object named Amazon in the database. So I'm a bit confused. Okay, why it is throwing error message? The reason is already there is a table created in this database with the name Amazon. So as per rule, it is not allowed to create two tables with the same name. Is that clear? So you already have a table with the name Amazon. Again, you are trying to create a table with the name Amazon. So it is not allowed in the world of database. Is this point clear? Tell me, is this clear? Yes. Alright. So now what to do? Now you have two options. Option number one, rename your table. I mean, change the name of this table from Amazon to, let's say, Amazon 1 or any other thing, but you have to rename it. This is an option. Okay, let me check this one. Okay, now it is completed successfully. So now the table Amazon 1 has been created in the database, right? Second option is sometimes your client will tell you, "Hey, Tanvir, I want the table with the name Amazon only. I don't want to change the name." So in that case, what you have to do, you have to delete the previously created Amazon table. Is this point clear what I told? I told, suppose your client is telling, no, I want the table name as Amazon only. I don't want to change my name from Amazon to Amazon 1. Tanvir, I want the table name as Amazon only. Then what you have to do, you have to delete the previously created Amazon table. But it is not that simple. because maybe in that data, in that table, you have some business critical data. So in that case, you have to check, you have to get the permission of the other client who has created that table. And if they allow, then you can delete it. It is not like you can delete any table as per your own wish. That is why everyone doesn't have the delete access in project. But suppose the project manager told, yes, you can delete the previous table, then what you have to do? You have to execute this command, drop table Amazon. But how this works, how the drop works, we will discuss in a separate section when I will cover delete, drop, and truncate. It is in our syllabus. Then we will cover it. But as of now, just you have to understand, if you want to completely destroy a table or delete a table, you have to execute this command, drop table, the table name. So if I will execute it, the previously created Amazon table will be removed from the database. Now that Amazon table has been removed. Now if I want to create the table with the name Amazon, so now I can create it. Check it. Now it is created. So the summary is, if you want to create a table in a database, it's not allowed to create a table with the same name which already exists in the database. Hope it is clear. You either rename it or you delete the previously created table. Any questions so far, anyone? Is this clear?
No.
All clear? Okay.
Tanvir, a quick question here. Just want to check. Like we can give a number for characters, right? For likewise, we have any default value for numbers actually for the integers default value.
Default value means ASCII numbers you're asking?
No, like for example, if we take the example of Priyanka, we have 8. So you are giving
Uh,
varchar 8 here. So
uh-huh.
likewise, we are not giving it for a number here, right? So do we have any
Ah, got
default
it.
number?
Got it. No, 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 no default number. Explicitly, you have to mention some number here. Your question is if I will just write varchar, that means it will consider any default value. That is the question, I think, right?
No, no, no. I'm
Hmm.
good with the varchar numbers. So likewise, do we have anything for integers? What I'm asking.
No, no, we don't have any default, but integer has a range.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I'm asking. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
will
yeah,
it
yeah.
hold till which number it can hold it? That's what my question
No, it has
is.
a range. It has a range. Beyond that, if you have to use, then we have a data type big int. Okay, or long as well. Okay, that
Okay.
maybe we will discuss at a later point of time. Okay, but yes, this int has a certain range. Okay.
Yeah, got
Any
it.
other question? Anyone? No problem. Any other question? Okay. So far we discussed how to create a table and how to assign the data type. Now the table has been created. Now the next task is to insert data, to store data, right? Like if you constructed house, the next is you will start staying there, right? So the next task is to insert data. So for that you have to write insert into Amazon values. It means you're trying to insert or save some values into this Amazon table. Okay. Now, one thing, You might be thinking, Kitanvir, when you created the Amazon table here, you have written A in uppercase. You could see this A is in capital letter, no? That is uppercase. And here I'm writing A in lowercase. So in SQL, it is allowed. You can write the table name, these keywords like create, table, insert, into, value. These are the keywords, the column name, the data type. You can write this in lowercase or uppercase, it is allowed. But while dealing with data, which I will show you in few minutes from now, it is case sensitive. I will show you that. And as of now, just understand that Tanveer is telling okay, the table name, the column name, you can write in any case, like lowercase, uppercase, proper case, or any case. It is allowed. But I know, okay, this is not allowed in other programming languages. Like in Python, you have a print statement. So you have to write print print in lowercase only. If you will write this in this way, p in uppercase, or maybe in this way, it will throw error. It is not allowed. So in Python, even the keywords are case sensitive. You have to be very careful there. But in SQL, you have this freedom. You write it in any case, whatever you want. Hope it is clear to everyone. Okay, so now we have to insert the data. So let's say this is the first record. So I'll write it here. Now this has to be separated by comma. Point number one, it is mandatory. If you will not separate it by comma, it will throw error. Okay. Second point, the sequence matters. If I'm telling sequence matters, what I mean, 1 minute. What I mean, when you have created Amazon table, first of all, you have given customer ID, then customer name, then gender, then city, then product, then quantity, and then price at the last. In the same sequence, you have to insert this data. Same sequence matters here. It is important. Okay. Second point, columns which are of var data type that has to be in inverted quotes, like customer name. It's var, no? So this Priyanka has to be in inverted quotes. It's mandatory. If you will not keep it in inverted quotes, it will throw error. Gender, it's a var. So this has to be in inverted quotes. HYD, Hyderabad, it's a var. CT, it has to be in inverted quotes. Product is a var. It has to be in inverted quotes. So 1 and 500 are integers, so you can keep it as it is and give semicolon at the end. So this is how you can save data in the table. Is this clear? Is it making sense? Are you understanding? Any question? Yes, no. Then you have to select it and execute. Okay. So see, one row affected. One row affected means one record has been inserted in this Amazon table. Now the question is, Tanvir, if this record has been inserted, can you give me the proof? Can you show me this data? Right? So if you want to check the output, you have to write select. Select means to display. Each and every keyword in SQL has a specific meaning. Select means to display. If you're writing select, it means you want to display. Okay. Select, what are the column names? Customer ID, customer name, gender, city, product, quantity, price. Then from the table name. So the table name here is Amazon. So you have to write here, select these columns from the Amazon table. It means the Python, I'm telling, the SQL will understand the user is asking me to display the values stored in these columns from the Amazon table. Now when I will execute this, let me execute it, select and then click on this execute button. Are you getting this data? Same data? Okay. So it means this data is stored in the database. Hope it is clear. Any question? All clear so far? Yeah, Shyam, we have other data types as well. So we will discuss it in the data types class. So here I'm not considering all the data types because it is a demo class. So just I have taught the basic data type like integer and varchar. But we have many other data type as well, like integer, big integer, float, varchar, char, date, timestamp. Many other data types are there. We'll discuss a later point of time.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
So yeah. So I have shown you how to display data from this Amazon table. So far clear to everyone? Any question here?
No, it's clear.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, thank you. One
similarly,
more thing, like
yeah,
instead of if we want the whole data to be displayed, instead of giving every variable, I mean a column name, we can give star, right?
I will come to that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
We will discuss. So I have inserted just one record. Similarly, I have three more records in the same fashion, same way. We can insert all these records as well. Oh, let's say I will take this second record. Insert into Amazon values. SQL is very interesting. And it is not difficult if you're going with flow, a disciplined approach, process. No, it's very interesting actually. See, anything takes time. Okay, if you are in a hurry, so then the things becomes complicated. Enjoy SQL. It's very interesting. Now see, one row affected. It means this record is also inserted. Let me insert the other record a similar way. So this record is also inserted. Let me insert one last record. Sorry. So now this record is also inserted. Sorry. Okay, so far we have seen how to create a table, how to insert data. Okay. So now if I will execute the same query again, so you could see all the 4 records. Correct. Here now, you can ask a question, okay, Tanveer, if I have 100 columns in a table, so do I have to write all the 100 columns after select? You can do it, but that will be a little bit tedious task, right? Complicated, time consuming. So in that case, you have a shortcut. What you can do, instead of writing all the columns, you can just write here the star. If you write this as star or asterisk, from this, the SQL engine will understand the user wants the data for all the columns. So now you don't have that headache of writing each and every column. Check it. Getting all the data, right? Same data. So instead of writing all the columns, you can just write a star. It's allowed. Okay. Sometime the client will tell, okay, just show me customer name and gender. I don't want other data. Just show me customer name and gender. So after select, just write customer name, comma gender from the table name. It will show you only customer name and gender. You're getting only customer name and gender, right? So select is your playground. If I'm telling your playground, it means you can write here whatever you want. You can write all the columns. You can write star. You can write selected columns as well. Now suppose the client is selling, okay, and we show me the product and the customer name, but show me product first. So you write product first and then customer name from Amazon. Check output. You're getting product and the customer name. So from this example, I want to prove it is also allowed to have a product first and then the customer name. It means it's not necessary in the sequence how you created the table. In the same sequence, you have to display the data. While displaying the data, you can change the sequence. It is allowed. See, when I was creating this Amazon table, I kept product at the end, right? Sorry, product after customer name. But while displaying, my client told, I want to see product first, then customer name. So it is allowed. Hope it is clear so far. Any question? Now, suppose the
Yeah,
client is
I made
telling,
one check
yeah,
actually.
yeah.
So
Hmm.
while we are adding the values for Nitin in the fourth one, so we have not given a semicolon in that, but it took the data outcome it is working
So,
here. So without giving semicolon also, will it work?
okay. The best practice is we should give semicolon, but if you're not giving, in that case, you have to select it. Actually, what
Okay,
happens, why it is recommended to give semicolon? If you not give semicolon, suppose here I have not given semicolon, and here as well I have not given semicolon. So when you will execute now, so engine will get confused कि you want to execute this statement or this statement. So that is why it is recommended कि you give semicolon after each and every line. If you're not giving semicolon, then what you have to do, at least you select the statement which you want to execute. While selecting, the SQL engine will understand कि oh, user wants to execute this particular statement. But on a safer side, that is why I strongly recommend, because if people are just starting this, make a habit of giving semicolon as well as selected. That is why you might have seen in all these examples, I'm giving semicolon, I'm selecting as well. But once you will get mature in this now, so then you will not give semicolon, just select, that will also work. Like suppose this example, I will remove semicolon. Now I will execute it. It's giving the output, right? But suppose I forgot here as well. Okay, and I'm just clicking on the execute. So see, it is getting confused which one to execute, right? It is throwing error message. Although both the queries are correct, but the engine is confused. But at least if I will select it, so now it is clear to the SQL engine that Tanvir wants to execute this query. So now this will be executed. So on a safer side, it is recommended you give semicolon and select as well. Have I answered your question?
yes, Tanvir. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. This one last scenario I want to cover. We don't have enough time. Now, suppose the client is telling me, then will show me the data of only male employees. Okay. Because many times in the business transactions, the client want to understand okay, the total revenue gender wise, city wise, product wise, quarter wise. Similarly, they want to check gender wise as well. They want to understand like uh, who is visiting more, like males or the females. Okay, accordingly, they have to keep the product in their store. Okay, so it means we have to apply filter. Whenever you have to filter data in SQL, we use where keyword. So you can write where gender equals to M. So when you're writing where gender equals to M, so SQL engine will understand oh, Tanvir wants to filter the gender column. Where keyword is used to filter the data. I think filter is a very common word these days. You all know, right? When you are purchasing something on Amazon or Flipkart, there also you're applying filter, right? If you want to buy a 1.5 ton AC of let's say particular brand Hitachi, so you will apply filter there. It will show you those things only. Similarly, if you want to buy a mobile of 8 GB RAM, you'll apply filter. It will show you 8 GB RAM only. So I'm executing it. I'm getting only those records where the gender is M. Okay. So the summary is whenever you want to apply filter, here you have to use where keyword. Okay. We thought of covering few more scenarios today, but we don't have enough time now. So I will stop here. And the next class will be on Monday. Okay. This is the Monday to Friday batch. Next class will be on Monday, uh, 7 to 9 a.m. IST. We'll share a separate meeting invite. I know most of you have already registered for the course. So you have been added in the target batch. Those who are interested in joining the course, they can ping me on WhatsApp. You have my contact number, but still I'm sharing. This is my number. You can connect with us if you want to continue. Okay, so next class will be on Monday, and whatever I covered today, all these things will be shared. Recording will take today's recording, we will upload on YouTube. So maybe it will take 2 to 3 hours. But when the regular classes will start, it will be uploaded on Google Drive, which takes hardly 30 minutes. That's all from my end. Do you have any question, anyone? Any question?
Tanvir, how much time will it take to wrap up the whole program? Like considering I want to focus more on the
Uh,
advanced and intermediate
will take
type.
yeah, it will take around 1 month, around 40 to 45 hours course. The flow will be, let me tell you the flow as well. First of all, I'll be covering create insert I have covered. Then tomorrow,
Yeah,
next class will cover upper lower, and then this basic things will be covered first. Okay.
yeah.
Then I will
Right.
start count group by. Let me write it here. Okay. So
Actually, why I'm
create.
saying is
Hmm,
I had planned like from 10th or 12th of August, I have some commitments. So I think by way it's going up, I think it will be my those days will be. I think I don't know
I
how to manage that days like between 10 to 20th, 10 to 18
uh
idly.
no. It will like today 17 July, no? So minimum it will go till 15th
Yeah,
of
I think
August for
last
sure.
week and
Hmm.
we going to be doing advance. I'll be having some issue with this last week, like 11
No,
to
no, no,
15.
no. It will not be advanced there. See, like after count group by, I will jump to joins. Okay. And then after joins, I will come back to aggregate function, like your sum, max, minimum, and all those things. Then we will cover set operators. And after that, I will go to window function. And then the last week, actually, I reserve for correlated query, recursive CT, okay, and then those things like DDL, DML commands, the constraints, okay. So the last week I reserved for that only. So this last week, no, uh, this one, this here I'll be covering mostly recursive CT, pivot, correlated query, DDL, DML commands, the constraints like not null, primary key constraints, foreign key constraints. By 8th August, your important topics like joins, window functions, set operators, aggregate function, these four are the important topics. More than 80% questions are asked from this, it will be covered. Okay, this is the flow.
Okay, okay, thanks.
Okay. No problem. Any other question, anyone?
Uh, Tanvir, Prithvi this side. For Python as well, you are going to teach.
Python, we have started a batch. Python, we have only weekend batch. We started last week. It was the introduction. We covered only print statement. So answer is yes. I am the trainer for Python. Python is Saturday, Sunday only. Uh, Timing is 9 to 11 a.m. IST. But the Python course will go for minimum 3 months. Okay, and I'm the trainer. The flow is same. Okay.
Oh, and what about
For
Power BI?
Power BI, you ping me. Okay, I will share that complete uh, list of our upcoming batches. Power BI, we have weekday batch, weekend batch, and we have evening batches as well because we have two trainers for Power BI. Okay, you ping me on my personal window. I will share the complete list.
Tanvir, just a
Okay.
question.
Tell
Okay, sorry.
me,
Yeah, please go ahead.
can you please share me the package as well for business analyst coaches?
For data analysts, those who are planning, we cover SQL, Python, Power BI, Advanced Excel, and after this, we will help you in your resume building. Because those who
Like,
are from the non-technical background, your resume has to be curated very carefully. And then we will give you 5 hours data analyst workshop that is free of cost. And then the set of interview questions. And then if you're interested, I will take 30 minutes to 1 hour mock interview. That will not be record. Don't worry. Generally, people get afraid of mock interview. That will be one-to-one only. The intention of mock interviews, we will guide you okay, where, how to answer. If you're doing any mistake, we will tell you how to fix it, how to rectify it. So for data analysts, we'll get all those things. It's like complete package end to end. The course fees for data analysts is 13,000. Those who are planning only for SQL, the course fees is 4,500. Okay. Data
And
engineering, my new batch, Azure will start on 16th of August. AWS batch, I'm not taking AWS, that will start 21st July. You can ping me, we will share the complete details, those who are interested. Yeah, next question, sorry.
I
I
have
want to check with you if, from ETL testing perspective, we'll be able to cover the topic in this data analyst program as well.
ETL testing, you're asking?
Yeah.
ETL testing, you have to be strong in SQL. You should know the basics of ETL. If I'm telling basics of ETL, you should know the different ETL layers. You should know the dimension table, fact table, OLTP, OLAP, star schema, snowflake schema. Such basic things you should know. Soft delete and all those things. And apart from that, you should know the testing best practices, how to test data, testing methodologies, and all those things. Nowadays, they're also asking Python because it is used in automating. Because like each and every organization, they're looking for automation experts. So it will be good if you know Python as well. For ETL testing, Power BI and Advanced Excel is not needed. Have I answered your question?
So based on like the topic that you have covered in data analyst, I think I'm looking for like data analyst. I think I was under the impression that ETL also going to be covered in this. So except for the ETL that you have mentioned here, I think SQL Python you have
Uh,
covered. So anything that can be provided.
ETL, we have taken a session on ETL. That is a recorded session. My participants from the previous batch, they requested, so I've taken few batches on ETL. Those who are interested, they can buy the recording. That is the 25 hours with a detailed session on ETL. Okay, but we are not covering any tool there. It's purely theoretical, like what happens in a project, how the project starts, what is the responsibility of an ETL tester, what is the responsibility of an analyst, data engineer, business analyst. All those things we have
Okay.
covered there.
Okay. Okay. And just in case I want to check with you, like I want to enroll for this 13K, the whole program. So is it a good idea to enroll for weekday SQL and weekend Python, or should I go slow?
SQL is a weekday only. Once SQL is completed, then we will add you in Python. Python is a weekend only. Okay, and you see, like we are sharing recording for each and every class. So in case if you miss any class, you can go through the recording, and if you're getting stuck, you can ask me. Okay, don't worry about it. Data analyst complete program fees is 13,000. This has to be paid in two installments as per your convenience. Yeah, Kamal, you're asking something else?
I think I'm good. I got what you said.
Any other question? Anyone?
uh,
Yes.
Yeah, Nancy, please go ahead.
So I would, since I'm working one that has a data analyst, basis to my work thing, the SQL is not very important, but for further when I'm switching for role, that is one. Python, yes, I did learn, but the problem got again was that there was no flow with practicing on. And so, and Power BI is the main thing for me. So I'm looking for this SQL and Power BI more basis to my current
Uh,
job. And advanced
uh,
Excel, I know to an extent, but for my requirement, they are asking to learn the macros and VBA
uh,
completely. That's what I discuss with you. If we can take it offline and discuss few more requirement
Sure,
points, that I can
sure,
discuss with you,
sure,
right? Yeah,
sure.
I'll
You
discuss
can
with you.
ping me. We
Yeah,
can discuss. Yeah, sure.
yeah. Thank you, Aman.
Okay, but one thing I want to tell everyone. Okay, like I know like all my courses takes time. Like SQL alone is taking 40 to 45 hours. Generally, trainers they complete it in 20 to 25 hours. Uh, One thing what I just want to alarm you all, like my courses takes time. Python will take around 55 hours. So if you're joining any of my course, you should have that patience level. If you are in urgent or hurry, I'm telling in general, I'm not pointing anyone. So then maybe you need to plan, okay? Because all these things takes time. You have to be means I need some good patience level if you're joining my course. Okay. Yeah. Any other question? Anyone?
I have a question. Like, we'll
Yeah.
get certification right after completing each courses.
Uh, we will give you certificate after each and every course, but for that separately we charge 100 rupees. The reason is we issue manual certificates where you will find my manual signature, your name, and all those things, so that it should not be copied. We have a dedicated team for it who works separately on it. So that's the reason.
And it is affiliated to.
We have taken the registration from the government. We have not affiliated to any university. We got that uh, request. Many universities approached us, "Okay, we will give you certification, say you get affiliated, but that doesn't hold weightage actually. See, certifications, as per my experience, because I'm also a recruiter, I take interviews. For me, like the capabilities of a particular candidate matters. It doesn't matter to me what all certifications you have done. You answer my questions during interview, that is sufficient. Okay. Okay.
And approx how much time it will take to complete data analyst? It's like approx.
Minimum 5 months. Okay. Sometime those who are in a hurry, so we suggest them to take two modules at a time, like SQL Monday to Friday. Okay. Then you can enroll in Python as well. If you want to complete quickly, then we will ask you to join Python because Python is a weekend batch. So then two modules you can take at a time, but it depends on you. Are you able to manage it or not? Okay. Because for SQL only, daily you have to attend 2 hours class, and then you have to spend 2 hours working on assignments. So, but if you think you can do it or anyone, then you can ask me. Can we add me in SQL and Python both? We will add you. In that case, you can complete in 4 months. Okay.
And do we have to do any projects at the end?
Yeah,
Or the
we
work?
have taken a workshop, 5 hours workshop on data analyst. So there we have explained that what is the task of a data analyst end to end, starting from the source file, how to load it using Python, how to create reports on it. So that we will share. And more than that, when I will work on your resume, so we will explain you how to answer questions, what interviewers will ask. Many times people has a question, Ketanvir, I have worked on 5 years in a support team or operations team. So now if I will switch into the data analyst, they will consider me as a fresher. So there what you have to do, you don't have to tell if you're working in the operations team or the support team or in the non-technical role. You have to tell, you have to write in your resume you're working as a data analyst. The reason is nobody verifies in the previous company you're working in which project, what you were doing. And even the manager or the HR of the previous company cannot uh, tell that to anyone because that is a confidential data as per the contractual agreement with the client. Okay. This is where you have to use this opportunity. You have to tell, okay, I was working as a data analyst. But now the question is, you have to prove it with the answers what you'll be giving an interview. And because of that, whatever I'll be covering in my SQL or Python course, I will give you each and everything from the client perspective. A client is asking this, client is asking that question, how to answer this, how to fetch data. So when you will code the same examples during the interview, your interviewer will trust you. Yo, if someone knows in this in depth of a project, he or she must have worked as a data analyst. So this is where you have to utilize that opportunity and you have to project yourself. You're working as a data analyst. Okay, if you will tell okay, I'm a fresher, so it will impact your salary actually. Hope you understood what I'm telling, guys. And this is for everyone. Okay. Uh, Fine. Any other question? Yeah.
And just for my curiosity, like, what do you think, like, experience, 5 year experience data analyst, like, if you quote, I've been into like 4 to 5 years experience. So if I'm supposed into a non-data testing profile, I will going to show that I have worked for data analyst. They will expect me like relevant experience kind of thing, right? So
Hmm.
what are the like the complexity of the questions of the interview and the package expectation?
One thing I want to tell to everyone in SQL, whatever I'll be covering till lead position, lead data analyst sampling, or till the managerial position, you will be able to crack it. I'm giving you this guarantee. Okay, so don't get confused yourself. Okay, if they will ask tough questions, how I'll be able to answer. Just attend my classes regularly, complete all the assignments, you'll be able to crack any question. That's my guarantee. Okay. Second, I know like you might be thinking, I have never worked as a data analyst. And then if I will show 5 years of experience, they will ask tough questions. No, forget about it. Don't get distracted because of, I'm telling this to everyone. Okay. Coming to the salary part, to freshers, generally it starts from 8 LPA. Okay, it depends on multiple parameters as well, but just average, I'm telling 8 LPA. For 5 years of experience, if you have, it will be around more than 25 LPA. Okay, that's the average. There are exceptional cases as well. One of my students, just 2 years of experience, he got 30 LPA. One of my students, 6 years of experience in Canada, he is having 1.17 crores. Okay. So those are the exceptional scenarios as well. But on an average, I'm telling one of my student has done BCom and he's working as a data analyst. One student, she has done BTech in civil from NIT, worked 5 years in the civil project, now working as a data analyst. Okay, all these things you can find on my YouTube channel. I have taken their interview as well. Okay, fine then. Any other question? Yeah. And chalo, fine then. We will connect next week, Monday, and I will share the meeting invite. If you have any other question, you can ask me. I've shared my number as well, or you can ping me on WhatsApp. Thanks a lot, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Thanks, Amit.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Tanvi, so
Tanvi.
much.
Thank you, Tanvi.
Thanks, Tanvi.
Bye all.
Thank you.